All right, could you be the next J.K. Rowling? Do you have a children's book idea swirling around in your head and you're just not sure how to turn those thoughts into a paperback? Well, we have some inside help this morning that may help you get published. Joining me this morning is author Deborah Halverson. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
You're in town for a writers' conference.
I am. I'm actually a local.
You're a local. And so how did you survive the wildfires?
I actually have triplets who are not yet 3, so we actually loaded them into the van and drove around for about 7 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Evacuating in every place we went. As soon as we got there, they
evacuated again.
So
hey, maybe you can write another book about that. So I know there are people that I've talked to, especially in my business, oh, you know, I'd love to write a children's book. It's possible, though. You can do it. It's not just something you have to talk about. But where do you get started? How do you go about meeting the right people to help you out? And, you know, you can put I'm sure your thoughts down on paper, but you need oversight.
You do. Any publishing world is its own beast, but children's books are particularly specialized. And so I'm representing today the La Jolla Writers Conference, and that's what you should do. You should go to conferences like this one to find out. You meet the people. We have agents. We have best-selling authors who have been unpublished at one time, and we have editors there who tell you how to do it, who tell you how to market your story and get it into a publisher, and then they'll tell you what to do after that in terms of promoting it.
And they're pretty savvy. I'm sure they can tell you, that idea's not going to work, or, ooh, you have to develop this a little bit more. I mean, is there a general rule of thumb about your story ideas or your books?
Well, if there were a magic ball, that would be wonderful. I actually spent 10 years as an editor for Harcourt Children's Books in town before I started writing my own 2 novels. And really the thing is to look for your hook. Look for the extreme event. I like to look for extreme events. Look for regular things that have an extreme side. For instance, my second book, Big Mouth, is about the latest rage competitive eating. And that was my way of coming at the topic of eating disorders in teenage boys. So actually, that's this one.
Very nice.
So this is a 14-year-old who aspires to eat 66 hot dogs in 12 minutes. And so he trains for that. And so you just look around you and look for something unusual. Another idea that caught my eye was tattoos and the high interest in tattoos. So my book that just came out is Honk If You Hate Me. It's my debut novel, and it puts a 16-year-old girl in a tattoo parlor. And so I look for the unusual settings, and I put regular people in unusual situations.
And very current. I noticed that both topics are very current. So something that's now, that's on people's minds, or talking about, and a little different.
Right. The thing is, with teenagers, everyone knows they go through certain phases. So the idea is coming at the universal experience of trying to fit in. Everyone has to go through that in an unusual way. And that was my way to do that with tattoos. So you look for the universal experience and find your hook, your way of coming in at a fresh angle. And that's the kind of things I talk about in my workshops at the conference.
And then, of course, the conference is going to hook you up with the people that will help you take that next step and get to where you can hold it up and say, I wrote this.
It is. That's how you make the connections. And really, there's nothing like a face-to-face connection. You can send in a letter and say, please publish my book. But if you know someone.
And then tell me the truth. Not everyone's going to write a book and have a Harry Potter series. That's, you know, it's going to take time, and that's okay.
Yes, it's okay. You have to be dedicated to it. It's not something you do on a whim, and that's why you invest your time in conferences and learning about what you do.
And for further inspiration, you wrote one of your books while your triplets were sleeping.
I did. When my boys were just aged 1 year to 1 year and 5 months, I wrote Big Mouth while they napped. And some people turn on their wave machines or their music to get in their zone. I turned on the baby monitors.
Very nice.
Got in my zone to write.
Very nice, and you can kind of escape that way. Well, thank you so much. And then we have information, the La Jolla Writers Conference. It is through this Sunday at Paradise Point Resort and Spa.
Yes.
Hey, go to the conference, get a massage. Sounds fabulous. All right, and if you would like more information, thank you so much, Deborah. If you'd like more information, you can log on to fox6.com, and good luck.